Right. So, people, welcome all of you for this workshop on the new features of Microsoft Excel 365. I just assume that you people have already worked on Excel at least in a basic manner. Okay, at least in a basic manner, if you would have worked, then this will be very easy for you to understand. Okay, so I'll tell you the topics, what all things are there in the new features, so that we'll be working on it. So before that, what I'll do is I'll also explain about what is this Microsoft 365, and also I'll make you understand about the difference between the standalone systems and the 365, the Excel 365 concepts. Okay, all right. So first of all, the entire workshop, what we'll be learning, I'll just tell you, we'll be learning about the new formulas, what we have, currently the new formulas, what have been introduced in 365. And then visualizations, we'll be learning about the new visualizations available in 365. And we'll be learning about the OneDrive, then Power Query Editor, Power Pivots, and Excel on web. Suppose if you have not installed Excel in your system, how we can actually work directly in the web as well, that is online Excel, right? So OneDrive, Power Query Editor, Power Pivots, and Excel on web. This I will teach you people tomorrow, because it's a 2-day session. We have a lot of things to learn. I don't want just to finish, just rush everything and then finish it up. Okay, so we'll learn about the new formulas and visualizations today, because that itself has got so many things to learn. So we'll learn about the new formulas. People who have already completed their Excel, okay, already completed their Excel, for them this also will be an added say topics for them. So please make sure that you will make a note of it. Okay, all right. First what we'll do is we'll try to compare between the standalone systems and 365. Okay, so first of all, I'll just brief it out. Let me not take much of the theory class. Let me just tell you very briefly. You see, the versions what we have, okay, the versions what we see 2003, 7, 10, or it goes on like this up to say 2021, Office 2021. They're all standalone, say, versions. Standalone means you're actually installing them in the laptop or desktop, and will not have any online connections. That is, will not have any cloud space. Okay, but this Microsoft 365 has got cloud space up to 1 TB of space. But now in MS Office 2021, they given 5 GB of space. That is, you can utilize up to 5 GB. Then suppose if you think it is exceeding, then we'll have to go for Microsoft 365. Okay, so make sure that you will have 365. That is more advantage, because you will get more space. And also I tell you, Microsoft 365 will help you in publishing the reports from Power Platform. And it's a Power Platform. Power Platform are all online platforms where we have this Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate. Okay, all these things are there. Shortly, we are introducing those courses as well, but we are just working on that. It will take some time, but we are actually working on that particular topics as well, with the courses as well. So once it is done, then we'll be publishing those courses as well. Okay, right. Let's see the difference quickly. Say Office 2021, that is the latest version what we have, standalone version, and Microsoft 365, it's a subscription version. So what's the difference? The cost, here it is one-time purchase, but next time whenever you think that there's a new version coming, then you have to again purchase. So here it is monthly fee or annual payment. You know how the subscription works, right? So you have to keep subscribing. It can be monthly or annually. We'll pay and then we'll purchase that. Every month or every year, we have to pay the amount and we have to renew it. 365 application, it is included here, and it is included here also. That is 365 application in the sense MS Office 365, whatever we have. Features updated, not included. That means we cannot update any new features. Any new features, you have to purchase the new version. Here it's not like that. Automatically it will keep getting included. That is, it will get updated. Okay, right. Next, install on multiple devices, limited to one device. We can install this in multiple devices. That means the standalone version can only be installed in one system, but you can install this 365 in multiple devices. As of now, it is 5 licenses. But again, if you want to increase, there are some corporate licenses where you can take and you can install for multiple systems as well. Then install on tabs and phones. No, you cannot do this, but 365, because Usually the mobile apps will be online, correct? So 365 is an online application. So we have to use laptop, say, tabs and phones by using this 365 only. Then advanced features on tabs and phones, no, but in 365 it is yes. Extra online storage. Here they have given 5 GB. Okay, they have introduced 5 GB, but again it's a trial version, so you will not get that completely. After that, again it will request for going for 365. Okay, so here we have 1 TB of space. The technical support, initially they'll support only in the installation process. Otherwise, for 365, you will have technical support every time. Whenever you get any problem, so you can message or you can put one mail so that they will reply. Okay, so this is very brief. I don't want to go in depth and waste a lot of time in theory. I want a lot of things to work practically. Okay. Right. So if you want, I've given one link also. You can go and click on this. You'll get in detail, say information. Now straight away, I'll come to the practicals. Okay. Now today, as I told you, we'll be learning about the new formulas what we have. Along with that, I'll also teach you about the new visualizations available in 365. Okay. Only these 2 topics I'll be taking because that itself is a huge topic. And people, I told you, please make a note. I'll be sending this presentation. I'll also be sending you the materials, but not the videos. Okay. Right. Now, if you see this, I have so many functions listed down here, but every functions here, say almost say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So almost 30 functions are there. I will work on all these 30 functions and I'll show. That's why it will take a lot of time. After that, we'll learn about the visualizations. I'll just minimize this. Okay. I want all of you, please make a note of it. It is very, very easy to work on Excel new formulas, and you'll be surprised to see so many new options are available. So many new things are available in formula itself, so that you don't have to bother about using most of the options in Excel. Let me show you. I'll go here. I have one Excel file. This I'll be sharing it with you people. Double click. I'll open this. Almost some 30 formulas what we're actually trying to learn now, right? So they are so easy actually. I'll tell you one by one. All right, see, here also I have the list of, the thing, whatever we had that frame list I've kept here. So it will be easy for you to go to each and every sheet and learn about the formulas, the functions. People, first thing is concat. This I've already taught for people of, attended our Excel class, but still this is a new formula which is available from 2016 and above and in 365. How this concat actually works. Let me explain. What is concat? First we'll understand. Concat means combining the values from referring to a cell. When I use concatenate, I'll say equals, say, you just observe, I'll use this concatenate. I have to go select the cells like this, each cell like this. Okay, but every time if I'm going to keep on selecting each cell, it will take a lot of time. Instead, what I'll do, I'll say equals concat. I'm using concat and I can drag a window like this. I can select all the ranges and I'll say enter. Can you see that? This is concat. But people, here something is missing. The separators, the comma separators are missing. We call it as delimiter. Delimiter means the separator. Now what I'll do, I have one more function called as text join. What text join will do? Exactly same thing what we did now. Combining all the cells, it will do the same thing, but it will give me the delimiters. Now let me go here. I'll say equals, okay, text join. Just see the parameter. It says delimiter. I given a comma. I'll give one space here, comma space, and here I'll say comma. It lasts for ignore empty. I will just say false as of now, or say let's say true only. I'll say true. What is that? I'll tell you. Then comma, I have this text, select the range, close the bracket, say enter. Can you see that? Automatically, I'm able to combine all the cells and give, in one cell, the combination that is concatenating. This is text join. Now, we had one option called as true. Let me go here and I'll try to delete something. See, some of the values here. You can see that there is no space between those blank cells. Suppose if my requirement is, I want, let's say false. Now I'm using false instead of true. Can you see that? You can see some space there. See? Is the space there? Yes. So now I have to decide. I have to decide whether I need the space also to be included or the space is not included. If I need space, then use false. If I don't want space, I'll use true. Simple. Understood? Concatenate, concat and text join. What it will do? It will combine the values which is there in the cell. Now people have started using only concat and text join. Concatenate is slightly complex. You know, you have to go and keep on adding all the. You should go and select all the cells individually. Okay. Right. Next. Next, what we have is text before, text after, and text split. These three functions are actually used for splitting your text or extracting your data. Now, let's say, for example, I have one group, or say we can say that some ID, okay, some country ID or some order ID or something. I want to extract the first two characters. Usually what we do, we'll say equals and say left and say left of that particular cell, comma 2. But what if I have the say here, it is exactly 2 characters fixed. Suppose if the number of characters are not fixed, say here I have 2 characters. Let's say here I have USA. Assume like this. Say I'll type this as USA. Okay. Then here, let me make it as India. Now it is not uniform. If I say left of 2, what happens? It will give me only these first 2 characters. But I want all the characters before this delimiter. Now what is delimiter? Delimiter means the character which will separate your text. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll say equals text before. Text before. You read the parameter, it says text. Let me select this, comma. It asks for the delimiter. What is the delimiter there? We know that it is hyphen. And I'll close the bracket. See, let me copy this down. Can you see this? Irrespective of how many characters are there, before the delimiter, I'm getting this values extracted. Now, suppose I want to extract from second instance, that is second delimiter. I'll go here. I have the parameter. If you see here, it says instance number. I will say by default, it will be 1. Now, what I did is 1. If I specify or not specify, it is same. Now, I'll go here. I'll make it as 2. You just see. Can you see that? Understood? So, whenever you want to extract data, you can use text before if you want to extract, say, from left side. Text after. Text after means after the delimiter. Now, I'll say equals. It's the same concept here also, but it will actually extract the data after the delimiters. It's not from right side. Keep in mind, it is after the delimiter. I'll say text after, and then here I'll select the text, comma, the delimiter is hyphen. You just observe, see, I'll get all the values text after the first delimiter. Suppose I want the values to be extracted after second instance. See. So this is a very important thing which have been introduced so that you don't have to bother about going and selecting this left and again adding one more formula there inside, multiple formulas. You can easily extract by using this text before and text after. Done? All of you? Okay. Text split. Text split is one more very, very interesting function. If you see here, I have a group of values. Let's say this is some address. I want to split this into different columns. Previously, I used concatenate. It was giving me with the comma separators in the same cell. But now I have the value in same cell. I want to split this into different columns. What I'll do, I'll go here, say equals just say text split. When I say text split, it lasts for the text. I will select this. Done, comma. What is the column delimiter here? The delimiter is comma. Close the bracket. Enough. I'll say enter. See? Can I say this? Let me copy this down. They're all separated now. We can do this by using text to column as well. But I'm telling that there is a formula here where I can just try to split this particular columns. Right? Okay. Not only this, I can split the data by row wise as how, let's say, equals text split. Let me select this text split. Select this text, comma. Now for me, I want that to be in row wise. I will ignore this column delimiter. I'm ignoring it. Now row delimiter, I'll say comma and I'll say enter. See, this value is one below the other. That is row split. So either I can split by column or by done. Okay, right. So next is about the conditional statements. What we have, the new functions called as if and switch. Before I go here, okay, people online, tell me, how did you feel about first 4 or 5 functions? How did you feel about it? Quickly, I'll not give much time. Take 30 seconds and tell me how did you feel about it. Good. People, we take so much of time to prepare all these materials so that we can give good information for you. I'm just asking 30 seconds to give your feedback. So, at least I like you people if you respond for that. Okay. Right. So people who have responded, thank you so much. So I'm just asking this because not just to praise, I'm not telling you to praise. I just asked how was these functions? Okay, how was this function? Did I ask how did I teach? How how I'm actually teaching? Did I ask about me? I'm not taking feedback about me. I'm just telling how did this formula, how are these formulas? That's it. Because I don't want to take some praises just like that. I have seen some students actually do that. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm just asking you people why? Because just to understand that whether you people understood or not. Okay, right. So people, let's go to the next one. Yeah. Okay. So I'll go one by one. I'll keep splitting the functions so that it'll be easy for you to understand. So first thing what we did, text. That is, we try to join the text. Then again, we try to split the text. Now we'll try and see how we can use conditional statements. Conditional statements. Everyone knows what is that? If, nested if, we have this, what is that? Sum if, average if, max if, and all these things. But apart from this, we also have functions called as ifs and switch. Okay, so what is this ifs? They're all very new functions. And when I just post or say anyone, okay, not only me, anyone post saying that we are teaching Microsoft Excel 365 formulas. We are teaching advanced formulas. First thing will come in mind is I know Excel, but I don't know these things. It's very advanced. So people who are sitting there who are teaching, they are very advanced, they are masters. People, you saw 4 or 5 functions. Do you think that is too advanced? It's very simple, right? So don't think that. First, remove that from your head, thinking that, oh, this is very advanced. 365 means something great will be there, nothing like that. There are some new features which will be added. All right, so let me come to this if statements. Usually what we do is when I have one condition, I'll use if. Right? I'll use if. Say if this value is greater than this, this value is greater than this, I'll get some results. But if it is more than one condition, then again what I do, I'll put if, which is called as nested if. But the problem there is, it's too confusing. I'll not go and again explain this nested if because it will take a lot of time otherwise. Now, I want to talk about the ifs. I've seen, many trainers. Okay, I've attended some of the trainers also, or some videos I've seen. They say if S, it is not ifs, it is ifs. Okay, why? It's a plural. If is one, ifs is multiple. That's it. So I've seen many people saying that if s, it's not if s, it is ifs, multiple. How to use this? Let's say, for example, see this, I have this category code and category, right? Here, I have the category code. Now, depending on these three codes, I want to get these values. Now, don't say that we can use VLOOKUP and get. I'm doing this if statement, so let's work on if statement. We can do this by VLOOKUP as well, but I'm telling you that we are using ifs. Let's understand how to use ifs. Okay. I'll go here to this category code and I'll say equals IFS. Okay. Open bracket. Now we just see it is very easy to understand. Here I have logical test value. Logical test 1, then value. What is logical test 1? Say if this value, right, is equals to FUR. Keep it as FUR. Then it should be furniture. You can also select these cells. That also you can do. Next, this is one condition. If this is true, it will give me furniture. Logical 2. The same thing. If this cell is equal to OFF, then it is office. Understood? Right. Next, suppose, see, logical test 2 value if true for the second condition. The next is logical test 3. The same cell I'll select equals if it is TEC, then it is technology. I will close the bracket. Understood? If it was if statement, say if one condition is equal to true value, comma, again if, again check the condition, again true value. Understood? Multiple if. But here I'm saying ifs and I'm using this condition 1, true value, condition 2, true value, condition 3, true value. It goes on like this. I'll say end. Let me copy this down. See, depending on this value, I'm getting this result. Same thing can be done for the numbers as well. Let's go to another example, switch. Here also I have the same example, but what is this switch? Now, let me go back to this ifs. Just see here, I have the category already extracted, correct? FUR already there. I can go and I can select this. If it is FUR, if the cell value is FUR, then I should get furniture or whatever results are there. But come to this switch. If you see this, I don't have that FUR, but if it is FUR, it should be furniture. In this case, first 3 characters I need to extract. What people will do, I'll tell you, they'll go here, say equals, left off this comma 3. Or we can say text before, and I can take that. And then they'll go here, say equals. Either they'll use if or ifs like this. Understood? But without this also, we can do. So how to do this? People keep all your questions with you because it might disturb the session. Okay, it will distract. So please keep all your questions. Make a note of it. I will answer all your questions. Even we have tomorrow also time. Okay, don't worry. I'll go slow. Don't worry. That's why I took only 2 topics today. Otherwise, I would have finished all the topics if I just wanted to finish it. Okay, this is workshop. I'm not just taking this as a webinar and I'm doing. This is a workshop. I'll make you people also work after the session. You can work on this. I'll be giving these files. Okay. So people, I'm very sorry. I'll answer all your questions, but when I message, when I ask you to message, you just message. Okay. Right. So here, what I was telling is here, I'm not extracted any data. If you want, I can extract in one column and then again use it for if statement. Otherwise, we can also do like this. say equals ifs left of this value, comma 2 equals FUR, then I'll say furniture. Then this is done. One logical test is done. Comma. Again, I'll say left of this value, comma 2 equals OFF. Then I'll say office. People just imagine the formula what I'm writing left of the cell letters, comma 2. Every time I'm checking, I have to go on writing this. I will not go with this. What I'll do is, I will use a formula called a switch. Let me zoom this. Switch is a very interesting function, but you should be aware of what actually you're doing. What is that? Say equals switch. Right? Now, I'll go here and I'll say left of this particular value, comma, that's it. This is the expression. This is the formula. Now what I have to do, I'll put one comma. Can you see this? First, I'll have this expression. Now it asks for the value. So what is the result out of this particular formula? Now I'll say, oh, the first one will take it as furniture. FUR. If it is FUR, then it should be furniture. Right? If the result of this expression is FUR, it should be furniture. Done. This is one pair actually, comma. Then again, can you see that default value or say 2, value 2? I'll say if it is OFF, then office. If it is TEC, then technology. See, oops. It is 3. I'm very sorry. It is 3. I did a mistake here, right? When it is taking 2 values, it is taking only 2. It is trying to compare only first 2 values. I'm sorry. It is 3. Can you see that I'm getting the result? So depending on the data what I have, whether I should use if condition, whether I should use ifs, or whether I should use switch, it is you who have to decide. If already the data is extracted like this, I don't have to go for switch because already the values are extracted for me. It is ready. If it is not extracted like this, then what should I do? I have to extract it in one different column and then use ifs. Why again doing that? Because we already have one function for that. Use switch. Over. Done? Understood? So you can make your life more easy by using these kind of functions. Done? Right. Now, let's go to this next functions, that is filter, sort, and sort by. These 3 functions. What these 3 functions will do, I'll tell you. We all know that there is something called a sort. What sort will do? It will arrange the data. It will help me in arranging of the data. When I say arranging, how it will arrange? Ascending or descending order, correct? Sorting means what? Arranging. Arranging means ascending or descending order. That we have an option here. I'll go to this data and I can sort it. But now we can sort by using formulas. Now people keep in mind this, say filter, sort, sort by. They are called as array formulas. It is not that only for one cell they will actually work. It will work for the entire range what I select. They are all called as array formulas. How they work? It is very simple, very, very simple actually. Let me first go to this filters. Filter, sort, and sort by. These 3 wheels. Always make sure that you are in first cell. Okay, in the first cell here. I've taken the heading, just copy and paste this heading. You don't have to, write that in the formula because I'm interested in the data, not with the heading. Here I'll say equals. The function is what? Filter. Done. Okay. See the parameter, it says array. Let me select this. Array is nothing but this one, the entire table. I selected the array. Okay, so did I select all? Yeah. Okay. Next, comma. It asks for include. I'm trying to filter this, right? So what I'll do, I'll go here. Let's say I want to filter region. I will select this region like this. The entire region I've selected, the array I've selected. In this entire range, I'll say equals, what is that I need to filter? I'll say I want to filter east. East is there. Let me just check once. Yeah, it is there. I'll say east. Okay. Comma. Suppose if the value is not there, what I'm trying to filter, it's not there. I want the value to be 0. Otherwise, it will throw error. So I'll say 0 and say enter. Can you see that? Only east has been filtered and pasted. Now, if you see this, if you want to do the same thing, I have to use advanced filters. Correct? Advanced filters and copy to another location. But you don't have to worry here. Just write a function, automatically the data is filtered. I have given some examples also for some of the formulas which you find it very difficult. So I've given that formula here, wherein you can go and you can practice that as well. I'll send this file to you people. Okay. All right. The next, sort. Sort by rows, sort by columns. We can sort the data. That is, we are trying to arrange the data ascending or descending order. We just spoke about that. We can sort by column or by rows. Now, the data what I have here, it is to sort the data by what? By records, right? That is by rows here. I want to sort the data by this customer name. Okay. What I'll do, I'll go here, I'll say equals sort. Okay. And then it asks for the array. Select the entire array. Let's go on top, comma. Okay. Now it asks for sort index. What is sort index? The column number. 1, 2, 3. Customer name is in third column, 3, comma. Sort order. I want this to be sorted by ascending order. Comma, it asks by column or by row. Now, what am I actually doing? I'm trying to sort this by row. Either I can give false or I can give 0. Both are same. I'll say enter. See, category is sorted. Yes, all of you. Right. Suppose I have the data like this. I want to sort the data by columns now. Previously, it was by records, that is rows. Now I need to sort it by columns. Then I'll go here. Here I'll say equals. Same thing, sort, and I'll select the array. See? Selected the array, comma. The sort index. Now what should be the index? It should be 1, correct? Why? Because I want to sort the first column. If you want second column, then the second row, then I can say 2. Now I'm sorting the first row. Sorry, it's row actually. I'm trying to sort this row here, and I'll say comma, sort order. Let's say I want this ascending order, comma, and here it says sort by column, sort by row. So this time I have to sort it by columns, right? I will select this columns. It is true, or you can mention it as 1. Say wherever you see this true or false. True means 1. False means 0. Even in VLOOKUP also we have this true or false, right? There also I can mention 1 or 0, right? I'll say enter. See, I wrote the formula just here. Okay, see, not everywhere the formulas are available. That's why it is called as array formulas, because it will apply for the entire array. Understood? Sort by row, by column. But there is one more, something called a sort by. What is sort by? Say the previous one, we saw that we can sort only by only one index. But suppose if you want multiple columns to be sorted, then what I can do? I can go here. I'll say equals sort by. Okay, sort by. I'll select the entire table, comma, and then it lasts for by array 1. Let's say I want to sort the data by customer name, comma. It asks for ascending or descending. I'll say ascending. Right? Next, suppose if you want to further say sort. So what I'll do, I'll say comma. It asks for array 2. So here I will select this array, comma. It asks for ascending or descending order. Let's say I will take it as -1 is for descending. Okay, -1 for descending. Close the bracket and say enter. See, here this is sorted, and based on that, this value is sorted. Understood how we can actually sort the data by arrays? This is multiple sort. Previous one was only one column or one row. Okay, right. So this is about filter and sort. Let's come to next one. This is also an array formula. Okay, so people, I have a list of data here. Okay, now what I'll do, I will copy this, I will paste it somewhere here, and I want to remove duplicates. What I'll do, I'll go to this data. Here, can you see this? I have this remove duplicates. Click on this. All the duplicates are removed. Now I'm getting these unique values. When I say unique values, all the duplicates will be removed. And if I say if I have 5 values, in that only one value will be available. Yes, done. Very good. But what if I want to extract the data which appears only once? Understood? Now, for example, if you see this Rita is repeating twice, that means this duplicate is removed and the unique value is actually taken. But I want to extract the data which appears only once. Nowhere it should be double. So in that case, I cannot go and use this remove duplicates. So I have to use the formula. How? Let me show you. See, here I'll say unique. Unique is a formula, the function. Array is this. I'm selecting this array, comma. It lasts for return unique columns, return unique rows. Okay, say array by column. I'll say return unique by rows. So here I'm trying to take the values by rows. This is in records. Or you can use 0, comma, exactly once. Now I have two options. What is that? Say return items that appear exactly once, return every distinct item. I will select this second option, close bracket and say enter. Can you see that? This and this, they are same now, right? Because I'm removing duplicates, I'm taking the value. Let me take the same formula here, equals unique, and then I'll say array, comma, by column. Again, now you're saying by row, comma, I'll say return items that appear exactly once, only once. Now you just observe, see, only these three are having values only once. Rest all are actually repeating multiple times. I'm taking only unique values. Done? All of you understood? Very good. Okay. Now the same thing I have here, unique by column. What we did now was unique by rows. Same example, we'll do it by columns. Say unique, and then I'll select this array, and I'll say now I should take by column, correct? Previously I had taken by rows. Now I'll take this by columns, comma, distinct item. And see, the same thing what we got row wise, now I'm taking column wise. Let me go here, I'll say equals unique, and then I'll select this array, comma, it lasts for by column. Yes, unique by column, then appear exactly once. See, getting my point? So you have to decide which function I have to use. Done? Next is sequence. What is sequence? See, I'll tell you, whenever I want to generate sequence number, what I'll do, I'll say 1, 2, and I keep dragging like this. Right? We do this, right? To get the serial numbers. Now forget that. We don't have to bother. there is something called a sequence. What sequence will do, I'll tell you. See, let me just go here. I'll say equals sequence. It lasts for rows and columns. I'll say I want 50 rows. Okay, 50 rows. Enter. See, you can see that 1 to 50. The format is changing. Let me just change this format. See, 1 to 50. Now I want 1 to 10. I'll go here. I'll just change this to 10. See? Is it only for rows? No. We can do this for columns as well. See, here I'll say rows, comma. I want columns, 5 columns. See, right? Not only this, so many options here. Say, comma, starting number. I want the number to start from 100. And the step is what? I'm trying to skip the numbers. Now I'll say if I say 2, see, 100, 102, 4, 6, 8. You can generate the serial number however you want. Got it? This is sequence. Let's go to another one. Rand array. We have heard about rand and rand between. What rand will do? Rand will give me the decimal numbers. That is from 0 to 1. That is only for one cell. Say equals rand. See. But if you want to generate one table like this, I have to select and say Control D, Control R. Right? Otherwise, rand between say 1 to 100. This will give me a random number from 1 to 100. I'm selecting the table and I'm saying Control D, Control R to fill the table. Forget this now. Now I have one function called as rand array. What is rand array will do? You can see that it says rows and columns. I want 10 rows, comma, 5 columns. See? Automatically will generate. Next, comma, minimum value, maximum value. Let's say my minimum value should be 1, maximum value should be 100, and say enter. See? But this will give with decimal. I want only integer, comma, say integer, I'll say true. See? Random numbers. Right? Okay. So before we move on, till now, what we learned, say, we learned about conditional statements, if and switch, then sort by filters, then we saw this unique and sequence and rand array. Okay. Now, people online, tell me, how did you feel about these functions? Arvind, I'll answer your question in the end. Okay. I'll surely answer. Don't worry. How did you feel about these functions? Quickly, just take 30 minutes, enough. Sorry, 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. The entire session will get over otherwise. I'm sorry. Yeah, just take 30 seconds. Is it? You're getting that confidence? It's very easy. We can start implementing, right? That's all I said. Right, people? So very good. So I can see that people are more interested in learning all this. Okay. Learn as much as possible. The more you learn, the more knowledge you get, the more experience you get, and you become more expert. And you don't have to go and beg for a job. People will call you and then they'll give you the job if you are talented. Understood? Yeah? Okay. Right. So let's move on with some more interesting functions. Maybe you would have seen or not seen. I cannot say that no, you have never seen. Only I have seen this. I am the god of Excel. Only I have seen. It's not like that. Maybe you would have seen. I don't know. If you're not seen, let's work on that. Next, what we have is VStack H stack. Now, if I say V stack, people will start thinking about, oh, V lookup. If I say H stack, oh, it is H lookup. V is what? Vertical. H is what? Horizontal. Now, V lookup means you're trying to search for the values. H lookup means horizontally we are looking for the values. Then what is this V stack and H stack? How many of you have heard about this V stack and H stack? Frankly, people online, have you heard about it? You heard it's good. Okay, no. Okay, Nandan, no. Sanchana, no. Papanna, no. No, none of you. Okay. Right, no problem. So now I am better than all of you, right? Yeah, correct? People, this V stack and H stack is not at all a very advanced problem. If I show this, you'll say, oh, that's all. It's very simple. I'll tell you what actually it will do. First, you should understand the purpose. That's it. Okay? All of you. Okay? Right. No problem. People stop typing now. Listen, what is this? H stack and V stack. What is V? V is vertical. What is stack? One above the other. That's, the stacked graph, right? We know this append, where we can append the data. Now, I'll go here. Just select this. Say equals V stack. Over. That's all. Now, what should I do? I want this array, comma. I want only 2 row from this array, comma. I want only this, close bracket and say enter. Is it advanced? Is it something great? What is it doing? It is just stacking the array what I'm selecting. Got the point? All of you? This is what? V stack. Vertically it is stacking. What is H stack? I'll go here to H stack. I'll say equals H stack. Horizontally stacking. Now what I'll do is, I'll go here, I'll select this array. Only these 2 columns. Horizontal. One next to next like this. Now I'll select, say, these 2 columns, comma. Then let me select, let's say, we'll select this. Say enter. See, can you see that? It is stacking one next to next. Say, I selected these 2 columns, then selected these 2 columns, and then selected this. Yes? Understood? It is just stacking. That means you're just trying to combine. That's it. It's very simple, actually, very useful thing. Because when you want to append the data, huge data is there. So we can use this. But people, now you can ask, sir, I have 25,000 records where I have all the blanks and all. Can I do this? People, I'll tell you, not everywhere, every option should be used. Seeing the options, then you have to decide which option is better. Now, if I have something like this, I can do this in Power Query Editor as well. But for this simple thing, should have to go to Power Query Editor, convert that into range, and again convert that into table. A lot of things are involved in that. If it is huge table, then yes, you have to take alternative ways. But if it is simple like this, why should I go for complex way and do this? So I'm just telling you things available. You have to decide which one to use. That's got it? Okay. Now, X lookup. I think already I've done this in all my classes. I've already started doing this X lookup. But what is X lookup? I'll tell you. X lookup is not a very new formula. Now everyone have started using it. But I'll tell you what is X lookup for people who doesn't know, and people who know also just try to understand what it is. When I use V lookup actually what it does, when I select the table array, let's say for example, I'm using this location ID and I'm trying to get the location details. In this case, if you see this location ID, I want to get, say, for example, I want to get the state. If it is city, I will select the table array like this, and I can select this city. But if you want south, the reverse VLOOKUP, I have to move this entire column here, and then I have to take VLOOKUP. But now XLOOKUP has made things more easier. What is that? Say, for example, I want to get this state. Let's take this state on. Equals X lookup. Lookup value is this. comma, then lookup array. I'm selecting only this array. So the lookup value will go and search for this value. Now I'll say F4, comma, it will ask for the return array, this one. See? I don't have to bother whether it is in first column, second column, end column, wherever it is. Depending on the index value, what I'm get, it will go and search for that value. From that index value, it will fetch the value. This is X. Next, 2 row and 2 column. 2 row and 2 column, again, this is very interesting function. For example, I have an array like this, a table like this. I want to move the entire table into one row. So what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll say equals to row. To row, select the entire table, comma. It asks for ignore. Suppose I have some blank values, error values, okay? The values which is not required, I can select any of this. Or I'll say keep all the values default, which is 0, comma. Scan by row, that is default. We'll do both the ways. Enter. See, ADG, scan by row. See, ADG, PEHCE. The entire table is taken into one row. Now, I'll go and I'll change this. The scan by column, I'll say scan by column. Now you see the result. It will go like this by columns A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Getting my point? That means if I want the table to be taken in one row, then I can use this 2 row. Same thing, I have 2 columns. What is 2 columns? I'll say equals to column. I'll select this array, comma, again I have this ignore blanks or something. I'll say take all the values, whether it is blank, error, whatever, comma, scan by row. Enter. Can you see that? The values, whatever is there in this array, ADG, which was there in row wise previously, now it is column wise. Same thing, I'll go here, I'll say, see, done. Got my point? How actually we can move the entire table into one single row or one single column. You know, previously we used to do a lot of automations for this. We had to write macros for this. Now you don't have to bother. Everything is available. Wrap. What is the meaning of wrap? Let's say, I'll tell you what is wrap. I have some text like this. Wrap the text. If you go here, can you see this wrap? See, it is coming in one single. Let's say it is going, if it is not wrapped, what happens? It is moving to all the others. Similarly, I have the data like this in one single column. One single column. I want to wrap the text such a way that this will be here. Then next, this will be the next column. The next 10 data will be in the next column. So if I want to do that, I can use this wrap rows and wrap columns. Let's go here. Equals wrap rows. It lasts for vector. Vector is nothing but the array. Okay, don't get confused. Vector is nothing but array. I'll select here, comma. It lasts for wrap count. So for me, I have values in 10 values. Usually what happens, sometimes we get the data like this, say first 10, then again 10, again 10. So it's like you have to convert that into columns or something. I will set 10. In this case, it is fixed 10. Okay, comma, pad. What is this pad? I'll tell you. I'll just ignore this pad as of now. I'll say enter. Can you see this? The data, say this and this. So it goes on like this. Understood? Now, what is this pad? Pad is nothing but, say I'll give it as 0. The pad I've given as 0. Enter. Am I finding any zeros here? No. But what I'll do, I'll go here. I'll change this 10 to 7. And I'll say enter. Can you see that zeros now? So what happens? See here, first 7 will be here. The next 7 will go to next row. The next 7 will go to next row. So it goes on like this. Once it is done, so still I have some more space here. So to fill that space, we give this 0. Suppose if I don't give this pad, what happens? Let me show you. See? That means it is not finding any value to add there, so it will show error. Same thing I can say columns. This is column wise. Equals wrap columns. Vector. Okay. Comma. Wrap count, I'll say 10. And pad, I'll say 0. Can you see this? This wrap columns. Done? Understood? Okay. Now let's come to this very interesting thing, okay? I want to get an image from website or any other. Usually what we do, we'll go to that image, right click, copy that and we'll paste it. Now, don't even bother. What is that? Let me tell you, see, I want one India flag here. Equals image. Okay. And I'll select this cell where I have the link, this one. The link. Image, and it asks for the source, say enter. See? Got it? Simple. Yeah. But again, if I want to go and take this Afghanistan, then again I have to go and change the link here. What I've done, see here I have this one link. Here I have all the flags. Similar kind of values there. So what I'll do, I'll go here. I will copy this. Okay. I'll copy the text. Here what I'll do, I will try to paste it. Previously, I selected one cell, right? Now I'm taking the value itself and I'm adding that. So then also I'll get this back. But what I'll do is, instead of this India, I'll remove this India. Double quote, ampersand is concatenating with this value to make it dynamic. Again, ampersand, double quote, say enter. Here also I'll get the same thing because it is replacing this India here with this cell address. Now I'll just drag it down. See? How is it coming? That is because the link is same. Only thing is the country name will change. I made it dynamic. See? Understood? So we can put one drop down. We can put one drop down. And then we can keep on selecting the values there. Let me show you quickly. Okay. So here I'll go to this developer, insert, and I have this drop down. Okay. Then what I'll do, I'll say right click. I'm just showing you. Okay. Input range. I will select all the countries. See, all these are actually, in the dashboards you can learn. Cell link, I'll give somewhere here and say, okay. Right. Now say I'll select this India. Here, say equals index of this array, comma, index value is this. So now if I select this, see, now what I'll do, I'll go, I'll say equals image, and then okay. So here we'll remove this India, ampersand, and I'll select this. See? But just imagine, if you're actually doing this in a dashboard or something, people will think that you have done something very great, something very advanced. How much time it took? Not even 10 seconds, correct? But you see, if you go and if you can implement in your report something like this, how interesting it will be, right? People will be very happy. Same thing you can do for your employee, photos and all you can have. Okay. We'll do that kind of projects also. I have one project like that, so I'll show you that project. Okay, so how we can actually do these kind of projects by using the images and all. In Power BI, I think I showed once in one of the webinars. Okay, you can go and check the webinar video is there. Right. Yeah, Arvind, you can do that in the Power BI also, but Power BI, you don't have the image formula. For that, you have one visualization. Okay, image. Go and search for that simple image or something. Just search for that. You can do it. I've already done that in one of the webinars. You can go and check that for dynamic image changes. Okay. All right, people. So next, take and drop. These two are, take means you're taking some values or say some rows or columns. Let's say I'll go here equals take. Now, what is this take? Say, for example, this is my table array. Okay, I'm selecting the table array, comma, it asks for rows. How many rows I need? Let's say I want 5 rows. I want 5 rows. In this, I want 3 columns. See, in this array, I've taken 5 rows, 3 columns. Understood? So I can take only this much I need in this entire table. Drop equals drop. Same thing, I'll select, comma, what all I need to drop. Let's say I want to drop the last 2 columns, say last 2 columns, and here I want to drop last 3 rows. Drop 3 rows, comma, 2 columns, see. Understood? Yeah. Choose rows and columns. I can choose which row I need, which column I need. Right? Go here, say equals. Choose rows. I will select this array. In this array, I need first row, third row, sixth row, seventh row. That's it. See? I can select only those rows which are required. Done? Okay. Choose columns. Equals. Array. Comma. I want first column, third column, say sixth column. See? I can choose the columns. Right. Expand. Expand is again, something like what we say equals and we refer, right? Like that, I can say equals. Expand, and I'll select the array. Let's say I'll select the array from here till here, somewhere here like this. Comma. Rows, I'll say 12 rows, comma, and 2 columns. Sorry. What did I select? Zero. 1 minute. Okay. Let me just say expand. Let me take this also. Rows, 2 columns. Why it is not happening? Let me select only this much and see. 1 minute. Say. Suppose it has to take actually. Let me just see. Yeah. Let's take it. Comma and say pad 0. See? So expand means we have this, it will expand up to next formulas as well. See? So let me go and extend this array. And here let me just take this values and I'll paste it. Okay. Now let me expand this till here and say enter. See, these values also will be taken. Got it? So you can use this expand for expanding your, say, the references. So these are some of the new functions. What is there in 365? Okay, right. Now, people, before I go to this visualization, not much are there. So it's very simple one. I'll just finish it off. Tell me, how was this entire formula session? Quickly, I'll give 30 seconds, finish it off, and then I'll go to next topic. How was this session? The formula session? Good, good. Right. Try to implement this, okay? So it's very interesting and easy to implement in your any of the projects, right? All right. Now, people, I'll be giving you this file for practicing. You can use this for practice. Next. Next one is the new charts in Excel. Whatever new charts are there, I'll just explain that. Right. Previously, if you want to create some charts, we had to, arrange the data and again do a lot of other dummy series and all, and then we used to create the chart. Especially for this histogram. So we had to convert that. We have to take the values in a pivot table, group the values, and then create the chart. But now you don't have to bother. Just go here, select anywhere, say insert. Here we have the histogram like this. Click on this. So I've given that in PPT as well. If you go here, I've explained about this. So I'll give you this particular PPT. You can go through this. Histogram chart is nothing but when I have the data, I just try to group the values and then create the chart depending on the grouped values. Then we have this Pareto charts. It is nothing but it's a graph. What it will do is it will try to arrange the data by sorting, descending, say the highest value to lowest value, and there will be a percentage value which will start from the first value to the end value, right? Then we have this box whisker. Usually it is used for comparing between the quarterly reports. Then we have this tree map. I'll show you this how to create. Then we have sunburst and waterfall charts. Okay, this next OneDrive and all we'll see the next session. Let's go here. So we learned about how to create this histogram chart. So histogram means you can see that the values are getting grouped here. Let's go to this Pareto charts. So Pareto charts, when we didn't have this option, so we had to first create the column chart and then add one line chart for that by having this running total. But now you don't have to bother. Let's go to this insert, and here I have this Pareto chart. See, like this. Automatically, this is like running total from here. It'll take the total. Box whisker. Box whisker, as I told you, this is for having this mean, median, quarterly the thing. When I'm not so good in this say box whisker chart because we don't use much here. Just show you, see, like so you get some charts. You would have seen this in stock market, this one, right? Something like that. So you can use this chart. I have no complete idea about this chart, so I don't know how to explain. But this is actually used for some statistical things. Say we have this mean, median, average, and things like that. So for that they use this. But sunburst is something like we have this pie chart. Pie chart previously was only one series. Now you can go and create multiple series as well. Like this, say insert. I have this sunburst. See. So what is the sunburst? I'll tell you. So I have this region. So within that region, again, I have this division like this. So this is called as sunburst. And the data should be arranged like this only. Same thing, I have tree map. This most commonly we use in Tableau, tree map, and also in Power BI. But now in Excel also we have this. Tree map is something like this. Say I have one complete tree, something like this. Within that, I have the see, this is one branch, this is one branch, this is one branch. So you can see that they're all getting divided. This is tree map. Next, we have waterfall chart. Again, see, waterfall chart when we actually were creating, it was very difficult for us to create this. We had to arrange the data in such a way that, we had to create some stacked column chart, and then we have to create this waterfall chart. But now you don't have to bother. Just go to this insert, and here we have this, where is that? So here, sorry, see, waterfall chart. What is waterfall chart? Let me explain. Waterfall chart is nothing but it will give me the total, say 448 in January, then 1831 in February, That means it will add these two values. You can see that it is giving me the chart like this. So it goes on like this, but here it is going in minus, it is coming down again. Again, it will grow like this, again it will come down. So it's a waterfall. So that means it is going up, down like this, depending on the values. But the final total, you can see that somewhere here like this. Okay. So likewise, we can actually, you will see 8,828. You can see that the chart is getting plotted somewhere here. Understood? Okay. Funnel chart. Funnel chart is exactly similar to your bar chart, but it is center aligned. Let me go here. I'll say insert, and here I have this funnel chart. See, like a funnel, right? Okay. Next, map chart. Map chart is not something which is very new. So we had this from long back also, but I'll just tell you how to create this map chart. You need to have the location name properly. If not, it won't plot properly. I'll go to this insert, and here I will select this map and click on this map. See. Okay. Depending on your requirement, you can actually create the charts. So what I have given here is about, simple, let's say the charts, whatever is there in the new thing. You can go and you can check this thing. Now, suppose if you think, I don't know what kind of chart I need to create. Don't even bother. We have AI concept. Select the range, or say go to that particular range. You have this recommended chart. Click on this. See, automatically it will give me all the different charts which I can create for this particular range. Let me close this. Come to the sunburst. I'll select here. Say recommended chart. See, can you see here? Getting my point? You don't have to bother, to create a type of chart. Select the data and see. It will suggest what chart I can use. So this is again AI. I've seen, some people saying that we'll teach you AI, artificial intelligence in Excel. So many big things they'll say. Nothing. This is what. When I actually have taken Chat GPT and AI classes as well, I'll again take that session for you people if you are interested. Don't worry, nothing will happen. Even if you don't know about AI tools, also, nothing will happen. AI tools are nothing but something like this, which will make your life easy. That's it. Understood? Okay. So we'll have more sessions like this. But tomorrow we'll learn something more about 365. I hope all of you will attend. I don't know how many of you will attend. That is left to you. And again, I'm telling you, I'll not give you the recording. So tomorrow's topics are some more interesting thing. I'll talk about OneDrive, how actually we can use Power Query Editor, Power Pivots, and Excel on web. Okay. Apart from this, there are more other topics. Let me see what I can actually give. So that also I'll teach you. Okay. All right. So I'll end the session now. I want all of you to take just 1 minute and give me the feedback. Today, I'll not take any questions, people, because I don't have time. I have one more session now. Tomorrow, we'll finish the session soon and I'll take all your questions. I'm very sorry. It's already time. Okay. WhatsApp and Telegram community. Yes. Nandan, you're not there in this? Sai Guru, keep this question. I'll answer you about Copilot, AI, all this I'll answer you. Okay, don't worry. Right. So I'm just taking 1 minute of yours quickly. Just give me the feedback. How was the session? And then we'll close the session. Keep all your questions with you. I will surely answer all your questions. Otherwise, also, you can message me all your questions. I can prepare some slides on that and I can explain that. You can ask me, you can send me the questions as well. This is my number. Any questions are there, you can message me here. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks, Arvind. Okay. Good. Right. So thank you so much, all of you. Now, One last question before I leave. Okay, I know most of you are attending a lot of webinars, lot of workshops from various different mentors. There are very, standard or say very talented mentors. But people, for all of you, okay, just one question. Do you find any difference between the other webinars or say workshops and the webinars or workshops what I conduct? Just a straightforward question. I don't want to mention anyone's name. I'm just asking about me now. Okay. All this time I asked about the session. I'm just asking about me, saying that do you find any difference between other workshops, webinars, and the workshop or webinar we conduct? Okay. Quickly, I don't want any elaborate answer, and I don't want anyone to mention about the other webinars or workshop mentors' name. Okay. There are Kannada version also coming actually. Today, the evening, I had one session, but I had to postpone that for some reason because there are very less participants and some of them actually message saying that they're not able to attend today. Okay. So we will take all these kind of sessions in Kannada as short. And I have a very big news also. We will announce very shortly about the Kannada version of data analytics, data science. It's a very big announcement and I need your support as well. Okay, good, Arvind. So I'm very happy that people are actually getting knowledge from us. So we'll keep, extending this support and keep, you also give me the topics, which topics you're actually interested. I'll see if it comes within our, say the technology what we teach for sure. We'll arrange for sessions. Okay, right, people. So all of you, if you are available tomorrow, please come down so we can catch up tomorrow. We'll have more interesting sessions. Okay, take care, all of you. Happy weekend. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.